What's up, guys? It's your boy Retro Gamer coming at you with Retro Recap Edition 21, 22, 21. But anyway, yeah, this video. Well, while you guys are enjoying the background Dragon Ball Z content, I want you guys to check out my last video, which I'll put in the video response, and I'll put in a link in the description of Sonic Top 10. Thanks guys for giving feedback. If you guys haven't seen that one, check it out. But this retro recap is specifically talking about. I got a question in the inbox that I really want to bring up and shed some light on, get some personal opinions or comments. Don't want to make this video too long, but let's get right into it. Jreaper08, which I'll leave his channel right here. He wants to talk about Dragonballz Ultimate Tenkaichi, the game that's coming up in the fall, and he brings up a good point. I'm just going to go ahead and browse on my computer real quick. He says that he's a Dragon Ball Z fan and he doesn't want these Dragon Ball Z games to turn out like Madden, and the standpoint of they pretty much produce the same stuff over and over every time around. Madden hasn't really improved on anything. We have to wait and see what Madden 12 brings to the table. But a lot of these new Dragon Ball Z games really, have pretty much the same stuff. For example, Raging Blast 2, a good multiplayer, no campaign whatsoever. Raging Blast 1, a pretty decent campaign, but the multiplayer was dead. It was full of spammers, glitching. It just wasn't a good multiplayer. You go back to Tenkaichi, a pretty decent story mode, no online because it was on PlayStation 2. And go back to the Budokai 1, 2, and 3, all had good story modes, but obviously there was there was obviously two-player split screen, but nothing pretty much other than that. So he doesn't want these Dragon Ball Z games. He doesn't want these Dragon Ball Z games to become like Madden, where it's pretty much the same thing. Now, he goes on to say that there's no point of making Dragon Ball Z games if all they're going to do is improve the graphics. Now, I want to touch on that point in regards to, yeah, I agree. All you're going to do is improve the graphics, but don't improve the level design or anything like as far as like the arenas and stuff that you can fight on. Why make Dragon Ball Z game if it's going to have the same story mode, the same multiplayer mode with just better graphics? Which, in all honesty, that was pretty much what Raging Blast 2 was. And you guys know I love Raging Blast, but that's pretty much what it was. Really good graphics. I mean, I would have to give their graphics a 9.5. That's how good they were, really. I mean, especially if you play in HDMI 1080, really good graphics. So I agree, don't improve the graphics if you're not going to improve anything else. Graphics, I'd rather play a really good gameplay, a game with really good gameplay, than have a game with good graphics and subpar gameplay, So let's see. And then he goes on to say he wants the Dragon Ball Z to be a game where you can have all of the characters along with the great gameplay and the great graphics. And he makes a point by saying some of these Dragon Ball Z games, they add characters, they take away characters, like the GT characters. You see that in Tenkaichi, but for some reason in Raging Blast, the characters from Dragon Ball GT are gone. Like Kid Goku is gone. Just to name one. Pretty much the GT characters. The apes, the great apes are gone. There's a lot of characters that are missing. So why improve graphics? Take off the characters where you can have good graphics, good characters, and good gameplay. So he says eventually people are not going to waste their time buying Dragon Ball Z games if they continue to put out the same stuff. Which I agree. I mean, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, but if they're going to just basically promote the same stuff that they've been promoting, oh yeah, HD graphics, 80 characters, where I know in a total series there are more than 80 characters on Dragon Ball Z, with all the different transformations and stuff, if you count that as a different character, don't have up to Super Saiyan Goku when Goku went up to Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. So don't leave out on those characters. I count them as individual characters, even though it's still Goku. He has many forms. So let's see. He also talks about the fighting techniques. The combos in Raging Blast are pretty much not really complex, which allows it to sometimes be a button mash game. You know, you can get on and pretty much master one character who's either a spam or has button mash, and you can pretty much do pretty good. Not saying you can dominate everyone, but you know, you can pretty much beat up on the people who probably sit there and take their time trying to figure the combos and don't know what they're doing. You know, well, I actually scratch that. You mean you can probably beat up on the people who don't know what they're doing, but you can pretty much get on there and button mash. The combos are not really complex at all. And he says that, yeah, while making the controls better, you can only make the battle system so much better. You can't unless there's some innovative way where you can change the battle system to where it can be more intense, or you can have better combat and not the same spam moves over and over. The game is pretty much going to be remain flat and you know, stagnant. It's not going to really be any, you know, growth in it, you know. So yeah, he talks about that, and I just wanted to give some lasting impressions. If Dragonballz the Ultimate Tenkaichi does not improve on the story mode and the fighting system, because I know I expect, and even the graphics when you look at it, are actually a downgrade compared to Raging Blast. Raging Blast did a good job. So, but I don't mind if Ultimate Tenkaichi's graphics are reduced in order to increase gameplay, fighting techniques, and a story mode. You know, so you know, those are my opinions on, you know, what I think about the Tenkaichi game. Obviously, I'm not going to go in depth until it comes out. It gets a little bit closer to coming out. But I would like to see more characters, better gameplay, even if they have to reduce the graphics. But I would love to see better graphics. You know, and I thank you for your comment and your question, Jreaper08, on Dragonballz the Ultimate Tenkaichi. It's your boy Retro Gamer for the Retro Recap Edition 21. Next week I'll be talking about don't really know what I'm gonna be talking about next week. So if you guys have any ideas for what you guys would like to see, and about, I would say by at least Sunday or Monday, let me know, because I'll definitely be taking that in consideration for the next Retro Recap. Peace, guys. Your boy Retro. I'm out.